Hi everyone, today I'm going to do a video on how I get my platinum hair or white hair and what I use to achieve the platinum hair. But before that, I wanted to say that I am not a hairstylist. I am not a professional, but I do know a little bit about hair. And how I know about hair is I have an older sister that's a hairstylist, and when she would dye people's hair, when she would do my hair, I would ask her questions and she would tell me or go step by step and tell me, what to use or how to use it. So that's how I learned. She showed me how to use the stuff, and then I started dyeing her hair, and then like my sister's hair, my mom's, and then my own hair. And that's how I learned, and I kind of know a little bit about hair, but I am not an expert, and what worked for me might not work for you. And if it worked, let me know. But before you're dyeing hair or doing anybody's hair, make sure you know a little bit or watch videos before you do it, because you want to be very careful when using bleach, because it could burn your hair off, fry your hair, or much more worse things. So be very careful. So now, depending where you go buy your beauty stuff, I get mine at Sally's Beauty Supply, and I recommend it if you live around a beauty supply store to go look at their stuff and go pick them up there. So now the things you're gonna need is a plastic plate. I don't know the difference between the plates, but I really do like the clear plasticky one, and they're pretty cheap, around about $1 to $2. You're gonna use the plate for the bleach and the developer. So you're gonna need a brush to apply the bleach with the developer. You will also need a plastic bottle, because I apply my hair dye, which I apply wet, which I will say right now why. But I use a squish bottle. I don't know how to call it. I use a plastic bottle to apply it right directly on my roots, because I do my roots. But if you're applying it in your whole hair, then to apply in your whole hair. I think this is a way easier step than a brush. And of course, some gloves, because when you're bleaching, you don't want to, get the bleach in your fingers, because it's going to burn, and it's going to kind of make like some little, I don't know, like peeling. Your skin's going to start peeling, so that's why you want to be very careful. So now you're going to get a bleach, and I use the Salon Care Prism Lights. It's a blue bleach. A blue bleach will work faster and actually take away the brassiness and oranginess of the regular bleach that kind of dyes it orange and kind of red in color. So the blue bleach will not only dye it lighter, but it will work faster. So I recommend blue bleach if you're dyeing platinum hair. And to apply this, you will need a developer, which I use a 20 developer. I use a 20 volume developer, and also by the brand Salon Care. Why I use a 20 developer? Because I don't want to fry the hair too much by using a 30 or 40, which a lot of people do use 30 and 40. I don't recommend using 30 or 40. I recommend using 20. It might take a little longer, but you will have your hair there. You're not gonna have bald spots. So I use this one. I use this one for the hair dye as well. So pick up a big one if you're gonna dye your whole hair. Or if you're gonna dye a little bit of hair, then just get the little bottle. But this one's about $6, and it will last you for a pretty long time. And now, how do you apply it? Inside of the blue bleach, it has a little scoop. You use one scoop depending on how much hair you have or what you're dyeing. I use one scoop, which is like this, for my roots. So when you apply the scoop to your plate, you're going to use twice that much on the developer. So you're going to use twice, dip it twice, and then mix it with your brush. You want it to be dripping, you want it to be on the brush. So I recommend doing the little cups and adding a little bit more if it's a little bit hard. But you will don't use too much developer, because then it's just gonna make the blue bleach not work as fast. So that being said, now to the color, the hair dye, whatever. Now to the color, I use the Wella Color Charm T18. Why I use T18? Because I want that platinum ashy blonde color. And when you apply this, also the same thing goes. If you apply this much, you're gonna apply twice as much as developer. And you know, you're gonna shake it up really good, and you're gonna apply it fast because you want to apply it when your hair is wet. So after you bleach your hair, after you wash it, you know, kind of towel dry it. Make sure it's not so wet, but a little bit wet. And after you towel dry it, if you're doing just your roots, you're gonna apply it quickly to your roots. Start applying it, and then leave it on for like 5 minutes, and then apply it through your whole hair. Apply it to your hair pretty fast. It's gonna burn because you're bleaching your scalp while your hair, so your scalp's gonna get kind of some red bumps, and it's gonna burn. If you have platinum hair, you know it's gonna burn. I hate the feeling, but I love the hair, right? So anyway, so you're gonna apply the hair dye and leave it for about 5 to 10 minutes. It says that you can leave it 30 minutes, but I don't recommend leaving it for 30 minutes. I recommend 10 to 15 if you have really yellow hair. If you already have a platinum, I recommend 5 minutes the most, because it's gonna dye it purple if it's too blonde already. So that's what I do. And if you don't want to use a T18, which is the ashy blonde color, I recommend the T11, which is more of a light beige color. And you know, most people don't really like, you know, the T18 because it has more of a gray color tone than a ashy tone. And I really do like both, but I use the T18. Use the T11 like for other people that don't really want that ashy color. But I recommend these two. They look like this, and they're from Wella, and they're about $5. Now, if you don't want to use these hair dyes, I recommend using a purple color. And this is a permanent, semi-permanent. This is a semi-permanent color by Ion in purple. And you're going to use this with conditioner, white conditioner. Make sure it's white conditioner. You're going to apply it as like if it was the hair dye. You know, mix a tiny bit of this in your conditioner. Don't use a lot, and make sure you blend it really good, because then you're going to have purple streaks if you didn't blend it really good. After you apply this, you're going to leave it on for about 10 to 15 minutes. I left it for 20 and it kind of gave me that purpley color, so I would recommend 10 to 15. It can also be used as a purple shampoo, which I use purple shampoos, but they kind of dry my hair. They dry my hair, so I kind of prefer using this with my conditioner, because it works, not just because it works better, but it conditions my hair and it feels really soft. So I recommend this if you're feeling like your hair is a little bit too dry and you're like, I don't want to use the hair dye, it's gonna burn my hair. Then use this. I recommend that. So that's how I get my platinum hair. If you guys want me to do a video, I will do a video also showing you how I apply it and what I use, like how I apply it on my hair, directly on my hair. This is a small brief of what I use, and hopefully it helps you guys. If it did, you know, comment down below. If you have any questions, then also comment down below, and I would be happy to answer your questions. And I hope you have fun dyeing your hair. Be very careful and have a wonderful day.